The following singles contest is scheduled for one fall.
This is the matchup I've been waiting for all day. I've been looking forward to among the most out of anything on Earth, because you have two very, very in-your-face personalities. Up first, a 14-year pro, trained by Mike Quackenbush, Chikara Stalwart, a name that's been synonymous with Chikara since its start. A man who's been Chikara Campeonatos de Parejas, a grand champion, king of trios winner, Torneo Cibernetico. He has won championships at many other organizations as well. He is somebody who is very decorated and always in a bad mood.
Weighing in at 187 pounds, he is the morning star of Nostalgia, Icarus!
We've seen Icarus here in this area in the past when Chikara Pro Wrestling has come to Cleveland. Both of us have had the privilege of calling his matchups and never seen him happy in either of our tenure. Would that be a safe assessment?
I was at a match and this little kid tripped and fell on his face. He sort of cracked a smile at it. That's as close as I've seen him.
Sounds about right. Icarus just looking at all of these people with such a disdain and just a condescending air about him.
Well, to be fair, he is
Nice. Get out of this town, like that. A lot of cast. This is a pretty sizable show here.
It's a diesel.
Nice. Icarus looks like he's even more in a hurry to leave
And
than
his
you are.
opponent.
Palace, another guy that we've watched since day one. Talk about the growth of Andrew Palace from your eyes.
Well, he started out as a guy who just liked wearing goggles. He loved wrestling, and then he had a very key match against Matt Stryker, and it was like something sort of clicked. Matt gave him a little advice afterward, and then ever since then, it's like he put all the pieces together. You know what I mean?
And controlling this audience has them in the palm of their hand right now.
Well, enthusiasm is infectious. So Icarus might be the cure for that infection.
Icarus not amused. But this is a tough test for Icarus as well, make no mistake about it. Will Icarus fly too close to the sun in his attempts to make a mark in PCW?
If only he had listened to Daedalus, his father.
A lot of people Wikipediaing that.
Feel free. Tell you what, go ahead, pause it right now. Look that up. Get a little smarter. Thanks to Uncle Jayworth.
Well, Andrew Palace seems ready to start this thing, and Icarus very smartly has stunted that momentum and stunted the energy of Palace. Icarus going to make sure this happens on his time.
And really a great game plan. Not only does it let him conserve energy, it gives him the match he's looking for.
I think Icarus just said it's going to be on his time. Casual sip of the water.
Hydration is key.
I'm not arguing this, but not all day do hydrate.
Yeah, but now is when it matters. He's,
Just criticized that gentleman's XFL T-shirt who yelled quite obnoxiously into Icarus's ear.
I'm not sure what he said to him. I didn't quite hear that.
I think Icarus is an XFL fan.
No, I guess not. To be fair, that puts him in the majority of most people.
Well, that would be true. He's not an Andrew Palace fan either, though, but there's a ton of Andrew Palace fans here tonight.
You think? Did you hear that cheering?
I love the way that this crowd has adopted Palace, and really just our second event here in Turner's Hall. Palace wasn't well liked when he came in last year at our debut event, went one-on-one with the Bobby Beverly, but really ever since this year, the fans have really started to figure him out and really have started to appreciate the over-the-top persona and personality of Andrew Palace.
The palaceness that is the palace of Andrew Palace.
We're doing a math equation here to, it's like one another. What's this one? Icarus was correct in his multiplication.
I'm not sure what the question was.
I think Palace gave up too. Well, after
what were they trying to, were they rolling for initiative? What was going on here?
They were testing one another with grade school math questions. Maybe they felt smart after you hit everybody with the mythology earlier.
Why would you crawl into a ring to have a math off? That's my question.
Well, we got a dance off earlier, a thrust off. Now we got a math off.
That makes no sense.
We have some great mathletes here in PCW.
Oh, well. There you put that on the back of a ring jacket.
And Icarus is impatient and not a great mathematician, so he's just going to leave. I guess Palace is the most impatient. Icarus is just frustrated with life, apparently. Finally, we have some contact made. A couple interesting hairstyles as well.
Yeah, I admire the golden locks of Icarus. I gotta say the Palace hairdo strikes a chord deep within for me.
Icarus was able to plant the head to the midsection of Palace to negate Palace's advantage on that test of strength. Palace turns things around, controls the wrist lock. This, with the exception of the striker match you alluded to earlier, this may be the biggest test of Palace's young career. He's only been around for about 4 years now, and we mentioned earlier Icarus, 14 years in the game, and very high level of competition with Chikara all over the world and many other top promotions Icarus has popped in on over the course of that tenure. Palace still carving his reputation.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, I said he sort of got all the pieces to fit. I don't know that he's found all the pieces, though. You know what I mean? He is still growing. He is still becoming who he is. Sort of figuring himself out.
Icarus had the hair of Palace when he took him down a moment ago, but Palace turns things around. I noticed Palace really cranking and torquing in with that head scissors. Stretching his body, bridging his body, get all he can out of that. Icarus having to bridge up just to keep those air passages open, and finally, Icarus finds a bit of wiggle room to get out. Do you give the advantage to one particular athlete on the mat?
Icarus. Nothing against Palace, but the thing that the deciding factor almost always is experience. Because the longer you've been there, the longer you've figured out how to get around, how to get out, how to get it to your advantage.
Palace showing off the guns. He's in good shape.
I cannot deny that.
And now Icarus able to muscle Palace into the corner, much as Palace had just done Icarus. Will we get a clean break?
I will say a bodysuit similar to what Icarus wears, it sort of masks, like, he's not exactly a small man.
No.
You just can't tell the definition, and it sort of works to his advantage. You tend to forget just how strong he can be.
Palace with a monkey flip. Icarus sent all the way across the ring, and Palace there to meet him as he gets to his feet. And there's Palace with that quick pacing. And when Palace controls the offense, controls the tempo, man, he's so tough to prepare for because he is so jacked.
Choosing his spot, pointing it out like Babe Ruth in a home run. Now this corner.
Yeah, Icarus looks like he's getting the scenic tour. Talking about those goggles, they're hanging on the near left corner post. Interesting fashion taste, but it's something that fits Palace all his own. And Icarus hits his foot right between the eyes of Palace.
Looked like he had that aimed up pretty square. Palace struggling to get back to his feet. Icarus helping with a handful of hair.
Icarus was attempting a DDT on the edge of that ring frame. That could have been curtains. And a short bit of time for Palace, who now starts hammering away on Icarus, who is barely on his feet at this point. Oh, no.
Oh! Just sort of lifts him off the apron and then just drops him off into space. And on the way down, knee to the face for good measure.
Icarus had Palace well scouted at that point in time. And again, just a disapproving scowl to all these Andrew Palace fans. Palace hits face first. You could tell that took a lot out of Palace. Again, there's no give in that part of the ring.
Keep his hands busy so he can't defend against that chop.
Palace set back in, where Icarus has slowed the tempo and neutralized the energy of Andrew Palace, and it is now an Icarus-style affair.
I was about to say, once again, it's Icarus wrestling the Icarus match.
Oh! Body through the ropes, all the weight down across the back of the neck of Palace. This could be all here. Icarus on top, 2 and 0.
What I was going to say is you can't... Icarus might be able to compete in that, frenetic energy style that Andrew Palace likes, but why test it when you can make him play your game?
Well, it certainly behooves Icarus to do that. Palace gets the elbow up as Icarus charges in. A duck and Icarus. Oh, again, Icarus underrated in some of his quickness and his footwork he's demonstrated through the years. Icarus on top, tightly hooks him, but only gets 2.
Well, Icarus back to his feet quickly. And once again, controlling and keeping everything at a slow pace.
And making sure Palace is always within his grasp. Wait a second, Palace catches Icarus. Roll up. No. Roll up again. Got him here. Well, Palace is trying to catch Icarus unaware.
Hoping that I hesitate to use the term "get lucky," but if you can.
Sometimes timing's everything out there. Icarus, man,
measured that foot right down on Andrew Palace.
Yeah, violent impact as Palace able to slip up that right shoulder at 2.
Icarus just slowly working his way into, looks like a sleeper.
You
I
notice
was going to say chin lock, but
Palace tried to get his hand in between Icarus's arm and Palace's own throat, but didn't have a lot in him to fight. And there's a double handful of hair to take Palace back down. And that's that disadvantage of looking like that. That hair can oftentimes be a target to the unscrupulous opponents you may face. Can you believe that cover?
Well, there are 2 types of covers. The ones that you do to actually try and win, and the ones that you do to find something out. So you do a lackadaisical cover like that. Maybe you're trying to see if the guy's angry. Maybe you're trying to see if you can get in under his skin. Maybe you're trying to see just how much effort he's going to put into trying to get out.
Oh! T-bone style exploder suplex by Palace.
Or maybe you're just trying to be a jerk.
And Palace with a suicide dive.
Palace trying to amp the energy back up.
Yeah, Palace is trying to quicken this pace, create some movement, create some offense. Drop kick connects.
That shotgun drop kick right into the corner.
And Icarus is prone.
Palace trying to get the crowd to come alive here.
That's not going to be a difficult thing to do, trust me. Palace, one and the same with these people. And Palace with a swinging neck breaker from an overhead position. Got him? No. These people have really adopted Palace over these past couple of months, and they wanted to see this matchup ending, but Icarus still fights, and Palace, you can see the determination that is formed on Andrew Ballas' face.
Palace definitely wants this win, and Palace is running his game plan as only he can.
Oh, wait a second. Could be the hernia driver. Icarus has his hand on the rope to block that. And Icarus, look at this. Sliced bread connects. This will do it. Icarus comes into Cleveland and beats Palace. No!
Very close. We've seen Icarus win multiple times with that very maneuver. And once again, I want to point out, Icarus just not doing anything to let the match get back up to that pace. Just playing with him almost, slowly kicking at his head.
Palace firing away. Not sure how much he had behind those strikes. Apparently not enough because Icarus was waiting. Ooh. And Palace comes back. Hernia driver attempt number 2.
No ropes to save him here.
He's got the belt of the official.
I'm wrong. One rope to save him.
Icarus went for sliced bread again. That would have done it. Palace with a roll-up. No, Icarus tries to roll through, and Palace with a hernia driver.
Oh!
Third time, got him, and he beats him.
Here is your winner, Andrew Palace!
I would say the biggest win of his career. At least the biggest opponent he has beaten.
Andrew Palace had a lot going against him. 14-year veteran. Resume